Jerry, Larry and Terry were three very different cats, each with their own unique quirks and personalities. Jerry was the brave leader, always the first to step forward when a new challenge arose. He loved trying new things, whether it was climbing the tallest tree or exploring the darkest alley. Larry was the strongest cat around, with muscles that could rival a small dog, but he wasn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. Terry was super smart, always figuring out puzzles and solving problems, but he was also super scared of almost everything.
That's it. We're going to learn to surf. Imagine the thrill of riding those waves.
Surf? What surf? Is it like swimming but on a board?
Isn't it dangerous? What if we fall off and get swept away by the waves?
Dangerous? Maybe. But imagine riding those waves. It'll be an adventure we'll never forget.
And so the three cats decided to pack their bags, filled with excitement and a bit of nervousness. They were going to learn how to surf, no matter what challenges lay ahead. They had heard about a legendary surf dog in Australia named Barry, who was famous for his incredible surfing skills. They just knew Barry could teach them how to surf, and they were determined to find him. With Jerry leading the charge, Larry flexing his muscles, and Terry trembling with a map clutched in his paw, they set off on their grand adventure, ready to conquer the waves. Getting to Australia was quite the adventure for three little cats. They travelled by boat, by plane, and even on the back of a very friendly kangaroo named Kevin. Larry kept getting his head stuck in things, much to Terry's amusement. Jerry, ever the brave one, kept their spirits high.
We're almost there!
Finally, they arrived on the sunny shores of Australia. Palm trees swayed, the air was warm, and the waves crashed against the beach.
Wow.
This is amazing!
Look, there's a sign. Barry's Surf School. This must be it.
Barry the surf dog was everything they imagined and more. He was a big, friendly Labrador with fur the colour of sand and a big, goofy grin.
G'day, mates. You must be the surfing cats I've heard so much about.
That's us. I'm Jerry, this is Larry, and this is Terry.
Barry chuckled.
Well, let's get you kitted up. Surfing's easy peasy once you get the hang of it.
Barry fitted them with tiny surfboards and showed them how to paddle and pop up. Larry, of course, kept falling in, splashing everyone with salty water.
All right, mates. The waves are calling, and it's time to answer. Who's ready to catch some waves? Let's show the ocean what we've got.
Barry barked excitedly, his tail wagging furiously as he watched the surfers. Jerry, fearless as always, paddled forward, a determined look on his face. He was ready to conquer the waves. He tried to stand, but the board wobbled and... whoosh! The ocean had other plans. He went tumbling into the water, swallowed by the waves.
Here goes nothing. Time to face the waves head on.
Larry, with more enthusiasm than skill, jumped on his board and paddled with all his might. His energy was infectious. He stood up for a second before crashing down like a furry meteor. The ocean was relentless.
Oh no, this is harder than it looks.
Terry, clinging to his surfboard for dear life, didn't even try to stand. The waves were too intimidating. He just bobbed along, watching his brother's misadventures with wide, terrified eyes. The ocean was a formidable opponent.
Don't worry, mates. You'll get there. Keep pushing and don't give up.
Barry encouraged, his tail never stopping its happy dance. He believed in them. Surfing, they quickly learned, was harder than it looked. The waves were unforgiving, but even with all the wipeouts and splashes, they were having fun. The thrill of the challenge kept them going. They were determined to learn. Each fall was a step closer to mastering the waves. Just when they were starting to get the hang of it, something unexpected happened. A dark shadow appeared in the water beneath them. It circled their boards, growing larger and larger.
What's that?
Terry squeaked, his fur standing on end. Even brave Jerry felt a shiver of fear. Suddenly, with a splash, a giant shark emerged from the water. Its teeth were as big as Larry's head.
Ah!
The cats screamed in unison. Terry fainted dead away, floating on his board like a furry pancake. Larry panicked, flailing his paws and accidentally whacking Jerry in the face. The shark seemed to chuckle, a deep, rumbling sound that echoed through the water. The cats braced themselves, expecting the worst. But instead of attacking, the shark did something completely unexpected. It opened its mouth and gently placed a fish on each of their boards. The cats stared at the fish, then at the shark, then back at the fish. They were confused. Wasn't this a shark? Weren't sharks supposed to eat them, not give them presents?
Don't worry, mates, that's just Sammy. He's a vegetarian shark, loves his veggies and sharing his fish.
The cats slowly got over their shock. Sammy the vegetarian shark, who would have thought? They cautiously sniffed the fish. They smelled good.
Go on, give it a try. Sammy only gives his fish to special friends.
Tentatively at first, the cats each took a bite. The fish was delicious. From that day forward, the cats learned that things weren't always as scary as they seemed. They realized that the vast, intimidating ocean was actually a playground full of wonders waiting to be discovered. The gentle waves that once seemed so daunting now felt like a comforting embrace, guiding them towards new adventures. They learned that even sharks could be friendly. The once feared creatures of the deep turned out to be curious and playful, often joining the cats in their watery escapades. The cats found themselves swimming alongside dolphins, playing hide and seek with colourful fish, and even riding the waves with the occasional friendly shark. And most importantly, they learned that with a little bit of courage and a lot of laughter, they could do anything they set their minds to. The beach became their second home, a place where they could be free and fearless. They spent their days perfecting their surfing skills, building sandcastles and chasing the seagulls that dared to come too close. They continued to practice their surfing with Barry's guidance and Sammy's occasional fishy gifts. Barry, the wise old cat, taught them the secrets of the waves, while Sammy, the playful kitten, kept their spirits high with his endless energy and enthusiasm. They learned to ride the waves, feeling the wind in their fur and the spray of the ocean on their faces. Each wave they conquered brought a new sense of accomplishment and joy. The ocean became a place of endless possibilities, where they could push their limits and discover new strengths.
We did it, guys! We really did it! The sense of triumph and camaraderie was palpable as they celebrated their victories together. They had faced their fears and come out stronger, more confident, and ready for whatever challenges lay ahead.
Jerry was proud of his idea and his brothers for facing their fears. He knew that this was just the beginning of their journey, and he couldn't wait to see where their newfound courage would take them next. Larry, though still not the brightest, discovered a love for the ocean and a surprising talent for balancing on his surfboard. His clumsy nature on land seemed to vanish as soon as he hit the water, where he moved with a grace and ease that surprised everyone, including himself. And Terry learned that sometimes the scariest things could turn out to be the friendliest. His initial fear of the ocean creatures turned into a deep fascination and respect for the marine life that shared their beach. As the sun set over the Australian Ocean, casting long shadows on the waves, the three cats knew this was just the beginning of their adventures. The golden hues of the sunset reflected their sense of hope and excitement for the future. They had found new friends, conquered their fears, and discovered the joy of surfing. The bonds they formed with each other and their new ocean friends were unbreakable, and they knew that together they could face anything. Life, they discovered, was full of surprises, and they couldn't wait to see what other waves it would bring their way. With hearts full of courage and minds open to new experiences, they were ready to embrace whatever came next.